Hey guys, how's it going? I am the ConflictNerd, hello and welcome to SimCity. Welcome back. This is Lumbridge. Lumbridge is now shipping alloy out to our great work site, which is very good news. As you can see, we've got all the crude oil, all of the metal, but we just need to ship out the alloy. We are very close to the end, ladies and gentlemen. We are very, very close to being finished with SimCity, which I've been excited about. You know, I've been excited about the prospect of finishing this series and this game because it gives me an opportunity to move on to new things. But I would be lying to you if I said I wasn't a little bit upset about it. And by upset, I mean I'm gonna miss it, you know? This game is pretty good. It's so easy and so frustrating, and there's so much wrong with it. But, you know, after the nearly 50 episodes so far, and the countless live streams, and... oh, bugger, no, do not demolish that. And all the time spent tweaking buildings to make them sort of work, you know, after all of that, it grows on you. You know, it's like, it's the one game you don't want to like, and you can't help but miss it when it's gone. It's a bit like Call of Duty in that sense. You don't want to like it, but you end up kind of enjoying it. And that's sort of what SimCity's become. You know, I loved it to begin with. There was a brief period where I didn't want to like it, and now, when I'm approaching the end, I realize that I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with myself when I don't have, cities to rule. Well, I'll have them to rule, don't get me wrong, they'll still be there, I just probably won't play it. That aside, I hit the wrong bloody button. I want to have a little look at our trading, and make sure we're making plenty of money there. Yes, we are. So I made some adjustments to the layout of the road. I was playing this recently and thought, let's go ahead and demolish a load of stuff. And I just basically rebuilt it in the end. You know, I disconnected these side roads from the avenue, so the avenue now goes quite far before it has a junction. And I now have the roads connecting here and here. So that sort of makes traffic go left and right a bit more, and traffic builds up a bit less, which is basically exactly what I wanted. My original concept was to remove the junction here altogether, but then I realized that the streetcars had nowhere to go. So I reconnected it, and the streetcars now go from here the whole way up and around. They do not actually go up this road anymore, which is sort of okay. I'm perfectly fine with that. I believe I also made some upgrades to the water system. Over here we needed another water pump, and we're currently having some issues. No, that was a sewage treatment plant. That's a significantly different thing. Whoops. That's those are two things you don't want to get confused. Sewage treatment and a water pump. Okay, that should be enough. Let's just put in another one of these because we can, and that should provide enough water to the city for the time being. Sewage is sort of a problem because, you know, as you can see, we've nearly got 250,000 people in this city, which is a lot. That is a lot of people, but I think we'll be okay. If I'm honest, I'm fairly confident that we'll be fine. Although I'm a little bit annoyed that the alloy is not increasing. You know, it's saying it's at 130 for quite a while now. You know, there's been a couple of trucks coming and going, and it just doesn't seem to be increasing. Which is annoying, to say the least. I have to assume that it's working. I mean, what's this? What do you mean the construction is stalled? I'm sending resources, woman! Good lord. What the fuck do you think I'm doing? Okay, so that's the metal place. This is the alloy place. We're using it locally, okay. Right, I have to assume we're actually doing something. But it's just not showing. Which is fair enough. That's fine. The fire service is slow. Can we improve that? We've got a little station there. There's the big one. Okay. Well, we can't really improve it. I mean, we've got a load of fires every day. But we have, you know, 2 stations in close proximity. We've got one down there. I could maybe add a small station down here by the mayor's house. Or say there. Which would provide some nice cover for this part of town, I guess. Yeah. Let's go with here. And we'll expand it a little bit. We'll put that on top of there. Put a garage there and there. Put a sign up there and a flag there. Might as well put another couple of garages. Alright, there we go. So we have several fire stations. We have 4 of them. 3 little ones, 1 big one. That should be fine. That seems like pretty decent fire coverage if you ask me. That seems like more than enough is what I'm saying. That isn't shipping! What the hell's going on with that? That's actually getting on my nerves quite a significant amount. Ay, that's annoying. Okay, let me have a think. Maybe if I move my trade depot to somewhere where the trucks specifically go? I mean, if I was to remove this trade depot, could I perhaps bring a road along here? Let's just say a dirt road, because that's all that needs to be there. Could I put a trade depot on that dirt road that the trucks would take and no one else would go near? I'd be very curious to see if that would work. Let me just have a little look at the actual workings of a dirt road and see what happens if I do this. I want a curvy road. So if I do that, what happens? So it actually creates a junction, which is no real surprise. But I don't think that's going to help our traffic problem at all. Okay. Well, let's work out what else to tackle. We're still having fire problems, but they're not as bad as they were. Garbage problems are rampant, but there's not much we can do. Nothing we can do there. Water pump running dry. Where? This one up here. Well, that's problematic. That is definitely a problem. We may need to find other sources of water. Granted, you know, the sheer number of people in the city isn't helping. Oh, it's working now. Good. It's gonna take a long time. You know, don't get me wrong. It's gonna take a while for the alloy to get there. But that's okay. I can wait. Why is there someone living there? Wait. There's industry zone there, and a house zone there. Goodbye. Okay. None of that stuff is staying there. Right. Although I guess I could maybe put something there. Maybe a park? Let's see. Bigger park. Smaller park. Something like that, maybe? No. I think it would need to be a plaza. Bigger plaza. Yeah. Could I put another one beside it? Let's see, what could I slap onto the side of this? I could put that there. And that there. Yeah, that works. That's nice. Okay, let's go ahead and put small. Okay, maybe not. You know, that looks nice. It's a good use of space. It looks friendly and inviting. Hey, come to our city. We have trees. That's the logic going on here. Speaking of trees, I want to plant lots of them in this industrial zone because there aren't enough of them. Also up here, there's a lot of room for trees. And we don't have any, so, you know. If you have room for trees, then have trees. They make things look nice and homely. Nice and friendly. Okay. It's gonna look weird though, I will say. It's a weird idea to have, you know, all these giant skyscrapers and all that surrounded by nature. It just looks a bit odd, if you ask me. But at the same time, I sort of want the trees. Okay. Yeah, that looks nice. That's alright, we'll go with that. Yeah. That's sort of friendly. Also here. There we go. That works. Could we maybe put... I wonder if I could put a park there. I want to squeeze a park in there. No. Okay. Well, that's not going to happen. That's fine. That's completely fine. Water. We need to deal with this pump running dry. Actually, you know what? To hell with it. You know, we're exporting alloy. We're nearly done with the alloy, so let's just... Let's have a little look and see what needs done. So, Detroit needs shoppers. Conflict Town needs power. Figure of Forest needs crude oil. Conflict Town, last played 12 minutes ago. That's a lie. I can guarantee you that's a lie. Okay, they were all apparently played 12 minutes ago. The game is lying, I can confirm. Now, Conflict Town, I might return to, briefly, to see if we can do something about the power situation that seems to be gripping the city. The problem is that if I go ahead and leave Lumbridge, the alloy numbers will change, which you sort of don't want to happen at all. So problems galore. What are we gonna do with this situation? Well, what I think will happen is fairly simple. I think it's a waiting game now, ladies and gentlemen. I think that is SimCity. It is a waiting game. The next episode, after this one, is going to be the last one. It will be the end of SimCity, but it will probably be a little bit longer than the recent ones. It will be longer than this one because I want to revisit a lot of cities and maybe just tweak them a little bit. And then when the great work is finally finished and I'm happy, we shall call it a day. And it shall be SimCity's curtain call, ladies and gentlemen. But with that in mind, hope you've enjoyed this shorter than normal episode of SimCity. I've been the ConflictNerd. Almost said my own name wrong. I've been the ConflictNerd, and I will see you next time for the final, or the finale, of SimCity. Bye-bye.